For centuries, there has been a path hidden from most, a secret so powerful it could change everything you think you know. A secret technique, ancient and profound, that has been kept from humanity, not because it didn't work, but because it worked too well. Imagine what if I told you that the answers you've been seeking have always been within you? What if I told you that this key, this forgotten technique, is the path to unlocking? This isn't a story about learning something new. It's a journey about remembering who you truly are. What if I told you that the answers you seek aren't out there, but buried deep within yourself? And what if I told you that the only thing standing in the way of your true self is the belief that you don't already have the key to unlock it? This technique is not something you'll find in textbooks or classrooms. It's not about acquiring new knowledge. It's about removing the layers of false bell. The greatest deception isn't that we didn't know the truth. It's that we were made to believe we couldn't know it. We were told we were weak, lost, incomplete. But what if you could remember the truth of who you are? What if the only thing standing in your way is the belief that you can't? This is your invitation, an invitation to awaken, to let go of the false beliefs and step into the light of your true self. The journey ahead is not for the faint of heart. Long before modern society arose, ancient civilizations held secrets meant to awaken humanity. These cultures, Egyptian, Greek, and Indian, did not teach new knowledge. They reminded humanity of what we had forgotten deep within. In Egypt, priests initiated sacred rituals to guide individuals through spiritual death and rebirth. These rituals were designed to purify the soul, allowing initiates to remember their true essence. The Greeks, especially in the Orphic traditions, believed the soul was trapped within the body, but could experience glimpses of its divine origin through meditation and controlled breathing. Once experienced, the soul could never forget its true nature. In India, the rishis spoke of smarana, or remembering. For them, ignorance was not a lack of information, but a disconnection from the soul. Through silence, detachment, and meditation, they realigned their inner vibrations with the universe's eternal truths. The core idea across these cultures was that the soul's power was eternal. However, as power shifted to controlling forces, this sacred knowledge was hidden, distorted, or erased. Why? Because those in power feared what would happen if people could remember who they truly were. A person with awakened soul is free, and nothing can control them. This lost knowledge still resides within us. The key to unlocking it is inside each of us. Are you ready to rediscover it? What if everything you thought you knew about yourself was wrong? What if you were more than just the name you've been given, more than the roles you play in life? What if I told you that your true self is still within you, waiting to be remembered, waiting to awaken? You've been searching for something your entire life, but the truth is, what you've been seeking has always been inside you. The answers, the freedom, the peace, it's all there, buried beneath the layers of doubt, fear, and misinformation that society has placed upon you. Now I'm here to offer you an invitation, but it's not a light invitation. It's a challenge to awaken, to look within, and to find the truth that has always been there. Are you ready to face the unknown? To confront the layers of falsehoods you've built around yourself, and to uncover the truth that lies beneath? It won't be easy. It will take courage, and it will take time. But once you step onto this path, you'll begin to experience a freedom and connection with yourself that you've never known before. You're not just living for the sake of living. You are here for something greater, something beyond the roles you play and the expectations placed upon you. You are here to remember who you truly are, and this invitation is your first step. This is the path of awakening, the path to reconnecting with your true essence. The journey isn't for the faint of heart, but it is the most important journey you will ever take. So the question remains, are you ready to accept the invitation? Ready to step into the truth of who you really are? The path to awakening awaits, and it's time to begin. To begin the journey of awakening, you must first confront the illusion you've been living under. The life you've been leading, the identity you've been wearing, is not your true self. These are the layers that society, culture, family, and the world around you have imposed on you. They are masks, roles you've played, and beliefs you've accepted without question. Have you ever stopped to ask yourself, is this who I really am? What do I truly want? What do I truly feel? Most of us never ask these questions. We go through life reacting to the world around us, caught in patterns of thought and behavior that we didn't consciously choose. The world tells us who we should be, what we should want, and how we should live. And somewhere along the way, we forget to ask, what does my soul truly desire? This is the first step of the awakening process, identifying the false self. It's not easy, and it's not something that happens overnight. But when you begin to look at the thoughts in your mind and the emotions in your heart, you'll start to see them for what they truly are. You'll see which ones were put there by others, which ones you adopted without ever questioning them. As you start to peel back these layers, you will feel discomfort. You'll encounter parts of yourself that are unfamiliar, parts that might make you uneasy or even fearful. But this discomfort is a sign that you're on the right path. The false self can only hold power over you as long as you allow it to remain hidden. Once you begin to see it clearly, it loses its grip. It's time to stop living by default. It's time to stop letting the world tell you who you are. It's time to remove the mask, step out of the role, and face yourself honestly. This process will be challenging, but it's also the most liberating thing you will ever do. As you begin to uncover your true self, you will start to feel lighter, more free. You will no longer be trapped by the expectations of others or by the person you thought you had to be. You will begin to remember who you really are, and that is the most powerful discovery of all. As you begin to peel away the layers of the false self, you might find yourself in a state of silence. It's not an empty silence, but one filled with potential, a space where you can finally hear the whispers of your soul. In this silence, the noise of the world fades away, and you are left with the pure, unfiltered truth of who you are. This is the moment where you reconnect with the universe, not just as a distant, separate entity, but as an intrinsic part of your being. The universe is not something out there that you must strive to understand or control. It is within you. It flows through you. The stars you see at night are part of your very essence. The winds that touch your skin are the same breath that animates your soul. You are part of an infinite, interconnected web of existence. When you allow yourself to experience this on a deep soul level, you begin to realize how much of your life has been disconnected from this truth. For so long, you may have seen yourself as separate, isolated, trapped within the confines of your own mind and ego. But now, as you embrace this harmony with the universe, you begin to feel the deep sense of unity that has always existed. This unity isn't just a philosophical concept, it's a direct experience. It's the feeling of being at home in the world, the feeling of being in flow, where everything aligns and the boundaries between you and the world dissolve. In this state, your mind becomes still and you begin to experience a deep peace, a peace that doesn't come from external circumstances, but from the core of your being. When you experience this connection, this harmony, you realize that you have always been a part of something much bigger than yourself. You are not just a collection of thoughts, experiences, and labels. You are a living, breathing expression of the universe itself, unfolding in this moment. In this state of awareness, you are no longer driven by fear or doubt. You trust in the flow of life, knowing that everything is happening for a reason. You begin to move through life with grace and ease, no longer struggling to force things to happen. Instead, you allow life to unfold naturally as you are in harmony with it. This is not just a spiritual concept. It's a truth that you can feel, that you can experience right here, right now. The universe is not separate from you. It is within you. And when you realize this, you begin to experience life in its fullest, most vibrant form. As you continue your journey inward, you will reach a moment of profound realization. This realization is unlike any other. It is the moment when you discover your true name. But this name is not a word you speak aloud or something written on paper. It is not the name given to you at birth, nor is it any identity you've adopted throughout your life. Your true name is something much deeper. It is the vibration of your soul, the essence of who you are. In the world, we are often defined by external labels, our jobs, our roles, the titles we carry. But your true name is not bound by these things. It is the frequency of your being, the unique expression of the universe that is you. It is the sound of your soul, the call that resonates deep within your heart and the core of your being. Imagine, for a moment, standing in the middle of a vast ocean. The waves are crashing, the wind is blowing, and everything around you seems chaotic. But in the midst of this storm, you hear something, a sound, a vibration that cuts through the noise. It is the call of your soul, and it is unmistakable. The moment you hear it, you know that it is you. That sound is your true name, and it has always been there, waiting for you to remember. As you begin to align yourself with this vibration, you begin to experience a profound shift. You stop identifying with the external roles and labels that have defined you. You stop living as if you are a separate entity, disconnected from everything around you. Instead, you begin to live in harmony with your true essence, with the very fabric of existence itself. This name, the true name of your soul, cannot be forced. It must be felt. It is not something you can think your way into, but something you become. You align your mind, your body, and your spirit with this frequency. And when you do, everything starts to shift. You begin to understand that you are not just a part of the universe. You are the universe itself, expressing itself through you. The more you tune into this vibration, the more you come to understand the depth of who you truly are. You are not the roles you play, the labels you wear, or the identities you've been given. You are the eternal soul, and when you reconnect with your true name, you will know exactly who you are and why you are here. This process is not a one-time event, but an ongoing journey of alignment. The true name is always there, ready to guide you, ready to remind you of your power and your place in the grand tapestry of existence. All you need to do is listen. The deeper you go into your journey of awakening, the more you will confront something uncomfortable. You will face your inner shadows, the parts of yourself that you have hidden, neglected, or denied. These shadows aren't evil or bad. They are simply aspects of you that you have been too afraid to face. They are the unhealed wounds, the fears, the regrets, and the mistakes that you've pushed aside for years. But here's the truth. You cannot fully awaken without facing these parts of yourself. The path to true freedom and self-realization requires you to look directly at what you've been avoiding. It's in this confrontation that true transformation occurs. You may feel afraid, hesitant, or overwhelmed at the thought of facing your shadow. But understand this: these shadows are not separate from you. They are parts of your soul, parts of your journey, and they hold the key to your growth. These are the parts of you that are calling out to be seen, to be healed, and to be integrated back into your whole being. The shadow doesn't just include the negative emotions or experiences you have buried, but also the qualities of yourself you have rejected. Perhaps you've told yourself that you are not worthy, that you're not strong enough, or that you're unlovable. These beliefs are shadows of your true nature, and they need to be confronted in order to allow you to reconnect with the fullness of who you are. When you step into the darkness and look directly at it, something incredible happens. You begin to realize that there is nothing to fear. The shadows lose their power over you the moment you acknowledge them. They no longer control you because you've embraced them. By doing so, you bring those parts of yourself back into the light of your consciousness, allowing you to heal and grow. Facing your inner shadows is not easy. It will take courage. But the liberation that comes from this process is immeasurable. You no longer live in fear of your flaws or mistakes. You no longer define yourself by them. Instead, you begin to integrate all aspects of yourself, the light and the dark, into a unified whole. This is a crucial part of your awakening. You cannot fully awaken to the truth of who you are without accepting and loving every part of yourself. The shadows are not the enemy. They are a necessary part of your journey, helping you to remember who you truly are. As you begin to face your inner shadows, something remarkable starts to unfold. It's as if the very fabric of your being begins to shift, and you feel a sense of transformation taking place. No longer burdened by the weight of your past fears, doubts, and unhealed wounds, you begin to experience life through a new lens, one that is clear, expansive, and free. This transformation is not an external one. It's internal. It's the realization that you are not the person you once thought you were. You are not defined by your past, by the mistakes you've made, or by the limiting beliefs you once held. You are something far greater than you've ever imagined. The more you shed the layers of your false self, the more you uncover your true nature, the essence of who you really are. This is the moment of profound awakening. It's the moment when you start to see life as it truly is, not as the distorted version you once saw it. You begin to see yourself as part of a greater whole, connected to the universe, to the divine energy that flows through everything. You realize that the boundaries between you and the world around you are not as solid as you once believed. You are not separate from the universe. You are the universe, expressing itself through you. As you continue on this path, you will feel a deeper sense of peace. This peace is not the absence of challenges, but the presence of acceptance. You no longer fight against life or try to control it. Instead, you learn to flow with it, to trust that everything is unfolding as it should, and to move through each experience with grace and ease. At this point, You realize that the journey is not about reaching some final destination. There is no end to awakening. It is a continuous process of remembering, of deepening your connection with your true self, and of living in alignment with your soul's purpose. Each step you take brings you closer to the fullness of who you truly are. The transformation you experience is profound. You no longer feel lost or disconnected. You are no longer chasing something outside of yourself to fill the emptiness you once felt. The emptiness is gone because you have found yourself. You have found the truth that was always within you. And now you are ready to live fully. You are ready to embrace life with all its challenges and beauty, knowing that you are whole, that you are enough, and that you are exactly where you need to be. As you continue to awaken, you come to a powerful realization. True freedom does not come from the external world. It does not come from wealth, status, or possessions. True freedom is not the ability to control circumstances or people around you. True freedom is the liberation of the soul, the ability to live authentically without being bound by fear, doubt, or societal expectations. This is where the real power lies. When you align with your true self, when you remember who you really are, you find that you no longer seek validation from others. You no longer rely on external sources for your sense of worth. Your worth is inherent, and it is not dependent on how others perceive you or what you have. You are free because you no longer live in the illusion of separateness. This freedom is empowering. You begin to realize that you are not a victim of circumstances or the actions of others. You are the creator of your reality. The external world may still present challenges, but they no longer have the power to control you. You are no longer enslaved by the need for approval, by the pressure to conform, or by the fear of making mistakes. You act from a place of deep inner knowing, grounded in the truth of who you are. The freedom that comes with this awakening is not just about personal liberation, it's a universal freedom. It's a freedom that connects you to all beings, to all of life. When you free yourself from the chains of fear and self-doubt, you begin to see the world in a new light. You see not enemies or obstacles, but opportunities to grow, to learn, and to love. You realize that true power lies in your ability to choose how you respond to life, how you express yourself, and how you engage with the world. No one else can dictate your path, your actions, or your destiny. You have the power to shape your reality with every thought, word, and action. And with this power comes immense responsibility to act from love, to stay true to your authentic self, and to be a force for good in the world. This realization of true freedom and power is liberating, but it is also humbling. It is a reminder that you are both infinitely powerful and deeply connected to all of life. And with that power comes the choice to live in alignment with the highest truth of who you are. As you stand at this point in your awakening, you realize something profound. The journey of self-discovery and spiritual awakening never truly ends. It is not a destination you reach, but a continuous path you walk, a path that deepens with every step you take. The moment you think you fully awakened, you realize that there's always more to uncover, always more to learn, and always more of yourself to remember. This is the beauty of the process. There is no final moment when you can say, "I've reached the end." Awakening is not a finite goal, but a lifelong process of living in alignment with your true self, of continuously shedding the layers that no longer serve you, and of deepening your connection to the universe. So while you may have come a long way, this is just the beginning. You have unlocked the door to your true self, but now you must live in that truth. You must carry it with you into every aspect of your life, into your relationships, your work, your dreams. The journey ahead is not about searching for something else outside of you. It's about living fully from within, being present in each moment, and embracing the beauty and challenges of life as they come. You will face new challenges, of course, but with each challenge, you will have more tools, more wisdom, and a greater sense of inner strength to deal with them. The key to navigating life is not in avoiding difficulties, but in meeting them with the awareness of your true power, your true essence, and your unwavering connection to the divine. And as you walk this path, you will not be alone. Every step you take is part of the collective journey of humanity. By living your truth, you inspire others to do the same. The more people awaken to their true selves, the more the world transforms. You are a part of a global awakening, a movement that transcends individual lives and reaches toward a greater collective consciousness. So, as you continue your journey, remember this: you are not here to learn something new. You are here to remember who you've always been. And with each step you take, the world around you begins to change, as does your place in it. This is your journey, your soul's path to remembrance, freedom, and divine expression. Are you ready to continue? The next chapter of your journey begins now.